Hopefully they'll make back some of Concord's budget. What was it, like $250 million? In the hole for that, plus 8 years. Holy shit. And then they also got like a television show of Concord coming out on Amazon. What a disaster. So, I don't know. I would say like Astrobot has a good chance of selling 1 million copies. At least, at bare minimum, they're gonna hit 1 million copies. So what? This game was about $50-$60. So they might turn a small profit on this. And I know for a fact that they pulled a lot of the same assets from the previous Astrobots games. The pack-in game that came with the PS5 and Rescue Mission. Like there was a boss from Rescue Mission in here. So I imagine like Asobi's a pretty small team. I think it's like 60 people, which is not big at all. So I would love to see more smaller games
they could sign into
like this
your
coming from
Facebook
Sony.
profile.
Middle budget, AA games, we'll say, maybe single A games coming from Sony, because that's what they're lacking the most.
Not going to.
And that's why I fell in love with PlayStation in the first place. Like, the first game I believe I played for the PlayStation was Jumping Flash 2. And I think in one of the Astrobot games there was a Robbie the Rabbit cameo, but Jumping Flash is the essence of old PlayStation. It's hard for me to describe to like all the zoomies out there, like how PlayStation used to be, that kind of vibe they used to have. But Astrobot really captures that vibe. That old, crusty PlayStation 1 era vibe. Like, we're talking standard def. What was it? Like 46 kilobyte memory card. You know, that kind of era. Final Fantasy VII, your Medieval.
We can just have someone on Fiverr do it. It's no big deal.
Here's your coffee.
Oh, best intern ever.
Oh, nice. You use Fiverr. Working on anything big? A marketing campaign? Product launch?
New talent design for the summer swag.
Are we sure we're making the best use of our talent?
Can I get some more milk?
Sure. Sometimes great talent is right under your nose.
What's your name again?
I want to say...
Barbara.
This is how you crop, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as chief crunch and flavor officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot. How's nothing, Keith?
I don't get sued by
Quite simply, it's the kind of stuff that sets the entire
PlayStation was experimental with Japanese. Oh yeah. That's why Hikikomori is what it is. It is what it is, folks. It's why I have a preference or an affinity towards Japanese-developed games. Is because I grew up with the PlayStation. I grew up with the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. All straight-up Japanese developers. I wasn't really into Western games, and they really didn't come to prominence until... They didn't really come to prominence until like the 6th and 7th gen.
As soon as the round starts. The pace of this one can be off-putting in the beginning. It's just so fast and the combo system is so easy to score major damage. The Super Leader also builds really fast, meaning that it's not unusual to see half a dozen or more star specials in a single round. Once you adjust to the breakneck pace, however, you'll find an extremely satisfying fighter here. It's animated up there with some of the best of the era thanks to the inclusion of RAM expansion support. And the full-screen specials never fail to impress. This is criminally underrated in the fight community, I feel. No doubt a result of the Saturn exclusivity all these years.
I don't want to
It's
feel like
based
a
on the
troll,
version
but it
that
does
came to
seem
the
like
Saturn's arcade variant, the
there's a
STV Titan
sweet
board,
spot to make
both
it
of
hit
which
harder.
only saw a release in Japan. We begin our journey with the puzzle category. This genre was strong and had many entries that easily could have won. Our runner-up is the 1995
Are you
Sega
winning,
developed
son?
Baku Baku Animal. It was developed as an
Okay,
STV
this
Titan
would be the
arcade
time
game
when my
Don't
dad
know why
would
the
say.
state data.
and I really enjoyed the concept.
So this is what video games are all about, huh?
To the food it eats. The more food you consume in a single move, the better you perform. There's single player, multiplayer, and different difficulties to try out. There's
How
even
many
a
nails
story
do I
about
have to
taking
hammer?
opponents to earn the